Hi, it's Nicole here. I'm redoing my video blog for the billionth time. I almost finished a really good one, and my phone started. An alarm went off on my phone, and it meant that I had to do it all over again. And I better to make this quick because I'm about to go out in the next little while. I need to get changed. I need to have a shower and get changed and have dinner. So I can do all those before I go out, I need to make this quick. But anyway. Okay, the reason why I'm redoing my video blog is to make it make more sense, so it's more so it flows a bit better. The reason why I wear the head covering is because in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verses 1 to 16, it says in there, I think it's about chapter 4, verse 4, that if a woman prays or prophesies, she should have her head covered, and she should also have long hair, because that is a sign of a woman's glory. Now, I also believe that if a man wears a head covering, it dishonors his head if he prays or prophesies with his head covered. Now, a woman's head is man, and I usually only would use a godly man, and a man's head is Christ or Yeshua. I believe that women should have long hair. I have long hair. But for men, how long is long hair? That's speculative, because God didn't say how long is long hair. And it's the same with like the woman's head covering. If a woman wears like a little triangle, then how can I put it? If a woman wears like a little triangle on her head, like piece of material, but it covers most of her head, sort of thing, that's fine, because that's her belief, and she is following that biblical principle. And if a man like wears a hat in church, he should take it off. I only believe that's a shame for someone to ignore 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verses 1 to 16. I believe that a woman should cover her head, and it's a shame for her if she doesn't. It's a shame for a man if he does cover his head when he prays or prophesies. And in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 17, we should pray regularly or without ceasing. And that verse is the reason why I wear the head covering all the time. I think it's because I have my answers down here on my computer below you. Yeah, on my computer. Yeah, what I'm going to say. I wear the head covering. When I wear the head covering, I'm constantly asked why, and I have the opportunity to talk about Yeshua or Jesus. I need to take the opportunity more than I do, because I often just say, because in the Bible it says in 1 Corinthians, but I could go into more about God and more into my relationship with Yeshua on that topic. So, if people out there could pray that I would do that more regularly, and I should be praying for that more often than I do. Yeah, but anyway, sometimes I get mistaken for being a Muslim. That doesn't bother me, because I've seen it was mainly one video that I saw on YouTube that the lady got really cranky that people mistook her for a Muslim. And that just gives you the opportunity to say, what are you going on about? Or to go, well, I'm not a Muslim. I'm a Christian. I only get offended when people say, do you have to wear that because your family make you, like your brothers or someone? That's what I usually like. Do you think I'm that controlled by my family that I have to? Because I'm sick and tired of our culture saying that wearing the head covering makes you like you're often isolated, you don't want to do that culture, you're wanting to be backwards. And that's what I feel from our society a lot when I do wear it, especially when I wear the hijab. I don't wear the hijab much, but when I do, I get it a lot, like the looks and everything. Drives me nuts. I'm like, you don't know me, you think I'm a Muslim and I'm not. And Muslims are not what you think. If you know anything about Islam, you would not have that same view. It just drives me nuts. the way I'm treated. Especially when I wear my abaya. When I wear my abaya, people go nuts. Or if I wear my headscarf with this pinned underneath my chin. On a cold winter's day up here in the mountains in Queensland, it is annoying when I cover up to keep warm because we're about to go into winter and it's been really cold lately. People bug the heck out of me. Like, it looks like, and you're just like, anyway, that's going off topic here. I'll get back on topic. My church doesn't wear the head covering. I attend a Pentecostal church. But they're okay with me wearing it. They have no issue. I think what else? I would love to attend a church that is a Messianic Pentecostal head covering church, but to find one like that in my city here where I live would not happen. I think I would be able to find a Messianic church or a church that had a lot of Messianic tendencies. Because I think if I went to Shalom, which is a prayer centre, they do hold church services. They don't really want to hold them there from what I last heard on their blog. I should say on their website. They hold Sunday, home churches. But anyway, I don't really know much about them, but if I went and looked into them, I might be able to find a Messianic church, a Messianic community to be more involved with, which I would like to do. So yeah, just on that topic, I would not likely move from my church to another church because I really like my church, even though I have not been attending my church for long. I still really like my church. And I've been learning a lot at my church on a few different issues and areas in my life. So it's really have to really think about it and pray. Like my last church that I attended, unless I moved up here to Queensland from Sydney area, I wouldn't have moved churches. It would have taken a mountain for me to move from my church. But it was a really good intermediate stage from going from an Anglican church to a uniting church. And it wasn't a conservative uniting church either, like a lot of uniting churches are in Australia. And then now I attend Pentecostal, so it was a really good intermediary stage because if I went from Anglican to Pentecostal, it would have been a big shock. And for people in America, you don't call it Anglican, you call it something starting with P. You have another name for it. I don't know what you call the Anglican church in America. But anyway. So yeah, I just want to say, shalom, and hopefully you are all, I know I'm not saying this correctly, but this is my best. I don't know how to say the word blessed. I think I know how to say it, but I'm not quite sure if this is correct. Baruch, I hope you're all Baruch and have a Baruch week. Yeah, Baruch. Baruch. Yeah, sorry, yeah, Baruch is the right word, sorry. Baruch is the right word, sorry. I'm only just learning Hebrew. I don't really know my Aleph Beit stage yet. Oh, I'm still in that stage where I'm learning my Aleph Beit, which is your Hebrew alphabet. So, I still learn my letters, because I can only remember a few of them, and I actually can learn how to read it, write it, and speak it all at once. I thought that'd be the easiest way to do it. Just jump in the deep end. But they might be on the back burner for a while I go to TAFE and do my diploma in child services. So, yeah, Baruch, Shalom.